Hello and welcome to the energy of the day for Wednesday, June 4th. Let's take a look in terms of what is going on for you. Just give me a second. Let me take out the correct deck first and we will go ahead. All right, give me a moment. Let's see what is happening here for you. Let's take a look. Let's see what is going on for June 4th. All right. Okay, so let's take a look here. What's happening for June 4th, please, and thank you. What is going on for June 4th, please? What should we keep in mind for June 4th? There it is. All right, so we have stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Ooh, well, we're going to talk about that. The cards are calling someone out. Let's go ahead and let's see what's going on, right? Let's see here. Let's take a look. We do have the Chariot underneath, but that's, moving on and moving forward, things of that nature. We do have the King of Pentacles now. Let's take a look here. The Seven of Swords. Ooh, who's talking badly against somebody? Now it seems more like a gossiping, blaming thing than anything. All right, let's keep going, though. Let's keep going. Let's see what's going on here. Is there anything else here? Yeah, somebody knows, though. It seems like somebody knows or somebody's keeping it a secret. They could be saying that you were a very immature individual. But I don't think that's going to really... I don't think that's really going to, affect you too much, to be honest with you. But let's keep going. Yeah, there was that three of Swords, Judgment, the Moon, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. By the way, 66. Power number 66. You may want to look into. The Nine of Wands, the Justice card. No, you did the correct thing. Somebody did not change here. And they blocked their change. They didn't choose to change. They didn't choose to actually work on anything. And over time, you got your own sense of clarity here and confidence, and you moved along. Okay, so we do have an individual here who may be actually, unfortunately, pointing the finger at the wrong individual here rather than pointing it at themselves. They are pointing it at another person. And of course, that's not very nice, correct? No, it's definitely not. But it seems like this individual who wants to look very stable and reliable and very, on top of their game and all that. They could be saying a few things that were not very accurate. Okay, let's just say it that way. Seems here, though, this could be a type of advice to a certain individual. Maybe it's somebody you know in your friend circle that just knows. The only thing they know to do is just complain about others, and they complain about their exes, and they complain about new people they meet into, and they're always the boo-hooer, and you're trying to offer sympathy, but then you kind of notice a pattern that this person just keeps complaining all the time, and they can't really find anything that actually works for them, right? So there is something to keep an eye on here. There is another, oh yes, we will talk about this. There is another individual who may be trying to, finesse themselves back into your life kind of thing, back into your overall successful place of being now. This is an old individual that you used to know. You could have cut ties with them, or you guys are just not simply speaking to one another too much, and you're basically on acquaintance mode or something like this. Now, this individual here is kind of trying to come back and basically, I don't want to use the word weasel, but it kind of feels like that. Because here it seems like this individual didn't actually change their motives, didn't change their ways, didn't change their goals or anything of that nature. They just think that, they can come in at any point they want and nothing really happened. And, you guys can both just get over it and things will resume back to their happy place time. And it seems like for you, you're not really all that interested in the fact of, having to having to pretend to be friendly or pretend to, not even acknowledge or validate what was caused to you back in the day kind of thing. You're not really all that into it. So it seems like somebody here is going to be, moving forward from this state of being encumbered here. But there is that lovely and wonderful advice, which is, be happy with what you currently have because, yes, in actuality, it could be a lot worse, right? And the minor inconveniences that you have in your life are not actually, they are not the deal breaker of your life in general, right? So it is one of those things as well here. It seems like somebody does require to become, and I am sorry to say it like this, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, but there is a person here who does require to humble themselves overall. All right. Well, that was quite a bit. Let's take a look at the actual energy here that is present. We have earth signs, any earth signs, to be honest with you. The Seven of Swords here, Seven of Feathers, is actually the Gemini card. 10 of Wands feels like Aries and a little bit of Sagittarius potentially, but more so stemming on the Aries side than anything. The High Priestess is a Pisces or a Cancer. We do have the Page of Wands, which is, it's got a little bit of Leo. And then we also have the Six of Wands, which is Leo as well here. All right, let's take a look. It's almost like to be honest with you, it's a message that says your life is not that bad. Please don't make it into more than what it actually is, kind of thing. It feels something like this. But let's go ahead here. Let's see what type of energies we have present. We have the water. Okay. Is it about murky waters? Is that what's going on here? Water, fire. Ooh, quite a bit there. Leo, Pisces, earth sign. Okay, give me a second. Oh, it is definitely hot and cold between how they feel on the inside and what they show on the outside. There is that too. There is also this sense of them not actually being the type of person that people think they are. That is also here. This individual should most likely ground themselves before they get themselves into some hot water over here, because I literally have like a water fire mix here, which requires to be stabilized or quite literally just grounded in general here. I do have a hot and cold person on my hands here. That is true. It is it's slightly strange here because it's like an opposite vibration almost. That's what it kind of feels like. So for example, at home they could be the biggest villain, and then on the outside they could be the holiest of angels, or vice versa, flip it. In social aspects or social gatherings or social events or whatever, they're like, don't touch me, don't approach me, nothing. And then at home, they're more like, oh, I'm such a lovey-dovey person, everything is great, and da-da-da-da, right? So it still gives that vibration of some kind of like mixed emotions here. And it feels a little bit like, just like this card over here, where they could be, this individual could be just complaining about quite literally nothing. They do have a very pretty good stable life, and they do have a pretty good stable circle of friends, and they may even be in a very stable relationship, but this person feels a little bit dissatisfied. Now, the dissatisfaction could be just coming from their own inner self, and that's where they need to really dig deep and figure out why things are not up to par to their expectations and where those expectations are really coming from, right? Let's go ahead here. Let's see what the actual message, overall message, closing message here is for this reading overall. This one's a bit of a doozy, actually, but let's take a look. We have awakening. So awakening is the process of discovering your true self. Yes, so we do have a hot and cold energy here, and it's mostly spurred on by something that they're not satisfied with, which could actually be more so stemming from a sense of lacking in self-love. Okay, so that is a potential here as well. There's something, I have someone here on this table that is literally just, they have a good life, but they're still not happy, and they need to figure out why. All right. I wish you guys all the very best. Have a great one. I will see you all on Thursday. Bye-bye.